Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is John Megacycle here with another episode of a little series I like to call Strategy Tactics. With me, I've got my co-host Spectral. Spectral, how's it going?
Hello.
Cool.
It's going, ready to teach some stuff.
Awesome. For this session, this was actually a request from one of my viewers. They wanted to see how the United States Air Force General worked against the Chinese Infantry General. Now, those are very different strategies in the way in which those two counteract. One is, of course, heavy Air Force, United States Air Force, duh, and the other one is infantry general. Now, the difference is the infantry of this particular general can attack the air, which makes it a very difficult way for the Air Force to actually operate, considering planes are very expensive in general, but infantry aren't really. Infantry are kind of disposable in this perspective. So what we're going to do is these are the parameters we're going to start with. I'm just going to be playing against Spectral. We're going to be doing kind of a not rush kind of a game. We're just going to go through certain situations and certain strategies to work in the Air Force General's favor against the Infantry General. So what we're going to do is Spectral's going to build some stuff, I'm going to attack it, and we're going to go through this push and pull kind of a thing. So I don't think I'm explaining that all too well, but that's okay. So I'm going to pause the recording here, and we're going to get started. Well, actually, we're going to get started, and then I'm going to pause the recording. We're going to build up our bases, and we're going to go through several situations on how the Air Force General can get the upper hand on the Chinese Infantry General. So we will see you guys in just a sec. So here we are with our well-defined United States Air Force General base. Since I'm working with another human, and I'm not under immediate threat, I've been a little more luxurious in my base construction. As you can see, I've emphasized supply depots and power plants. Let's get that guy up to date, shall we? Fantastic. I've built no defense, and Spectral has agreed to do the same, aside from these experiments, or these situations that we're going to be working with. So what we've got right now is we've got two machine gun turrets. Right next to each other, so that's going to give us a pretty bit of a hard time. I've got two King Raptors. Two sets of King Raptors, I should say. Two sets of Stealth Fighters. And I've also got two sets of Aurora Alpha Bombers. Actually, these are just Aurora Bombers. My fault. These are just Aurora Bombers. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the ringer. We're going to see which fighters perform best against these Gatling turrets. The way I like to do, instead of sending them directly from the airfield, and I'm going to demonstrate this perfectly, I'm just going to give a move command. Now, instead of all four moving at the same time, the first two move a couple of seconds too soon. Now, I like them all to arrive at the destination at the exact same time for a coordinated strike. So whenever I'm the Air Force General, I'll give a move command outside of the airport, and then I'll tell them to move while they're already in the sky. So let's give that a try, shall we? Here's our reveal. I'm going to send both of the fighters, the King Raptors, which are much higher level normal Raptors, and we're going to see what happens.
Unit lost.
Good damage. Didn't finish them. I lost two of them, I believe.
One's at 50%, and we have a 10% cannon left.
Yeah, I lost three of them, and those were at fully ranked. As you can see here, I've got all the upgrades. So certainly King Raptors are good normal fighters or good air-to-air fighters. They are not proficient against base defenses. So Spectral, if you wouldn't mind, please repair those buildings, and we're going to give the fighter bombers a try. Or the stealth fighters. Ugh, I can talk.
King Raptor here.
Yeah, these King Raptors very much are specialized against the guard air, especially if you've got other aircraft you're dealing with. They're very proficient in dealing with that, considering their ammo count and their armor. And then also tanks, they're great against tanks. So I usually keep King Raptors aground near any checkpoints or any choke points I'm working with. So if I realize there's a lot of problems here, I'll leave them guarded. Really, unless it's GLA, that's going to cause problems with our quad cannons. Let's pick up some stuff. Not too shabby. Got one of my supply planes.
Oh, did I actually?
I don't think so.
They didn't get through. No, they get to probably about 10% health and they get out of range.
No worries.
Alright, both cannons are fully repaired.
Excellent. We're now going to continue the situation, or the simulation, with our stealth fighters.
Upgrade complete.
Much, more proficient. You see how easily that was taken out? And the resulting explosion is great because it also works very well against infantry. We've got all 4 planes, none are damaged. And let's see, we only really paid about $125 more to get the stealth fighter. So we're going to bug out here for a second. Spectral, if you wouldn't mind rebuilding both of those again, we'll be just right back. Excellent work out of the stealth fighters. Now we're going to move right over to the Aurora Bombers. The Aurora Bombers move at supersonic speed until they reach their target. And what that really means is they'll take hits, but they won't take any damage on the way to wherever they're going. On their way back, they'll only travel at 50% speed, which makes them kind of vulnerable on the way back. So these are planes especially that I like to coordinate proper strikes with, getting everyone in the air, making sure they arrive at their target at the same time. They're in the air, we're going to send them.
Congratulations, General.
No problem.
You have been promoted.
You can take a quick look there.
Both dead.
No damage received. Both Gatling towers are dead. So when you really start working with the Air Force General, it's 2 things. It's how much money are you spending per plane, and what plane is the most effective for the job. There's also times where a plane isn't the most effective for the job, and you've got to realize that and understand it when you're going into combat. Spectral and I are going to do a little cleanup here. We're going to get a bunch more Gatling towers and see if we can crack these planes. And we'll see you guys in a sec. As anyone can realize, as the Air Force General, these Gatling towers can be a real nuisance. Now, we've already worked with the King Raptors, the Stealth Fighters, and the Aurora Bombers, but now let's try to split up these Aurora Bombers as a 1-to-1. First of all, as normal, I'm going to get all my Auroras in the air, making sure they hit their targets at the same time. Nothing is more frustrating than having one bomber go first, and then everyone else showing up too late to the party. I've gave all 4 attacks, and we're going to see how effective these guys are as a 1-to-1.
Unit lost.
Not quite as effective. We got 3, maybe down to 10%, and then completely annihilated 1. Let's see, we have 1, 2, only 2 bombers left, so that wasn't cost effective at all. Another thing that's really important with the Air Force General is it's good to overemphasize attacking, especially if you're not sure how much damage your planes are going to deal. Let's just get a spy drone here, see if we can get a good look at what's going on. Yeah.
The one Aurora Bomber that destroyed the turret was a rank 3.
Ah, see? That's another good point to note. So, again, when you're attacking defenses, make sure that you add a little too much rather than too little. You need the structures destroyed so your planes can be protected on the way back. Cool. These Chinese defensive units can be much a pain, and we're definitely seeing that now with the Infantry General's fortified bunker. Since they can hold 10 units, I've asked Spectral to fill it full of rocket infantry, and then a Gatling tower on the side, which is a standard regiment when it comes to a Chinese defense. One of the things that we're going to be emphasizing with this attack isn't so much our Aurora Bombers. We're going to be using our stealth bombers again, or our stealth fighters as they're called. I like to think of them more as bombers, but anyhow. The nice thing about the stealth fighters is their payload also damages whatever's inside of the bunker, and that's an upgrade that you can pay for. And since these units are fully upgraded, I did want to demonstrate the maximum capacity that we've got as the United States Air Force General. We'll see that totally in action. As it stands right now, I've sent my stealth fighters to go out of the airfield, so that way they're clumped together. And we're going to send 2 at the bunker and 2 at the Gatling cannon. We're going to see how far this pans out. Okay, completely annihilated the Gatling tower. And Spectral, is there anyone alive in the bunker?
Nope, the bunker is completely dead, except for the structure.
Okay, so even though we didn't terminate the structure, we definitely terminated the threat, and that's what's important. Coming back here, we've got minor damage on our stealth units, and that's definitely a good
Unit
rock,
lost.
paper, scissors way to do this. You could have also done it with the Aurora Bombers, but those are certainly more expensive considering these stealth guys are only, what, $12.50, and the Aurora Bombers are $2,000. So you're certainly getting more bang for your buck out of these stealth guys. Next up, we're going to try with some of the actual level 1 Gatling infantry for the infantry general, considering, oh my gosh, that's a lot of infantry. Anyhow, we'll try some of the machine gun infantry.
Being ready.
Yeah, oh, good, good. We'll try some of the machine gun infantry in the bunker as well, and we'll see how that handles. See if we fare any better or worse, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. Red Guard infantry are refilling the bunker. Now we're working with the actual machine gun militia, or the minigun militia, which also have the ability to attack the air, as the infantry general has that sort of a caveat.
Smooth and slick.
We're getting our stealth fighters back in the air. We're going to try to work with the lowest tech level possible. We could always go with the Aurora Bombers, but since they're so much more expensive, we want to work with as little as possible to maximize the efficiency of the Air Force General. The King Raptors, as we displayed before, aren't going to cut it, so we're going to stick with the stealth.
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted. Unit lost.
Anyone alive in the bunker?
Smooth and slick.
Let's check.
Undetectable. Ready for
Nick.
cooperation.
I'll take that as a no.
Correct.
Unit lost.
Okay, cool. So our stealth bombers are a little damaged up, not too bad. Next, I think we're going to move over with a full grain assault from the infantry general against the Air Force general and see how to counteract that properly. Since we're obviously going to be dealing with mostly infantry, I want to make sure that all the units I'm going to construct are anti-infantry. What I've got here are 2 stealth Comanches, full upgrades as mentioned before. I'm also going to be producing a couple of Humvees and also researching the tow missile upgrade. That'll make them sort of an anti-vehicle, which will help out greatly. Aside from that, depending on how your opponent has been matching up, if they've been using Helixes, which are the attack helicopters of the Chinese army, the Avengers are going to be very important. And then, of course, if you need to break any defense, if you're going from a land perspective, the Tomahawks are crucial. So I'm going to build up a couple of units here, and we're going to go up against Spectral in just a sec. Continuing with our overemphasis of anti-infantry, the Pathfinder is also an excellent choice for the Air Force General. It's an infantry sniper unit, and when we fill them into our Humvees, they'll make great anti-infantry kill machines. Of course, don't forget about this happy fella, Colonel Burton. He'll make an excellent choice against infantry. Now, in swarms, like what we see Spectrals working with over here, might not be as effective, but of course he's spending a good chunk of change to get that started. However, these Pathfinders, especially occupied in buildings, will really buy us some time. I'm going to keep building up a little bit more, and we're going to go up against some troop crawlers. As a bit of a demonstration, I've got 6 Humvees here with the tow missile upgrade. I paid for the battle drone upgrade, and each have a Pathfinder, just a single Pathfinder. We'll just click through here just to prove what I've got. Spectral has provided 3... Oops, I didn't mean to attack. Hang on, get back here. Playing too much CNC3, left click isn't attack. We've got 3 troop crawlers here, troop transports. And then the assault type. So each of them are filled with 8 of his machine gun infantry. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Humvees into a guard stance, and I'm going to ask Spectral to attack. Whenever you are ready, sir, let's just see how this splices out.
Here we come.
I'm not going to do anything.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Not too shabby. We lost 2 Humvees. Completely annihilated all the infantry inside. We lost all of but 2 of our battle drones. But not too bad. So those Pathfinders are really your helping hand, especially as the Air Force General, when you've got to deal with a bunch of them. And if you saw how quickly they were dispatched, absolutely amazing. Definitely the way to go. One more example of the Humvee Pathfinder combination. Here we go. I've got them all selected. We have some Pathfinders that are a little greater than private. I think we might actually, I don't know what 2 swipes is. It's not quite sergeant, I don't think. But we've got there. Oh, okay. So we've got some ranking here. What I've asked Spectral to do, and I believe he's taking care of that. He's got 3 troop crawlers here. They are half and halves. So 3 of them have the minigun infantry, or I'm sorry,
Unit lost.
half of them are full, half of the capacity is full of minigun infantry, and the other half is full of rocket infantry. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I highly doubt my Humvees are going to last nearly as long. But we're going to go ahead and give it a try, so Spectral, when you are ready, please feel free and attack.
Oh yeah.
Get them in guard mode.
Here they come.
Unit lost.
Not changing, not moving, I'm not doing anything. Just watching what happens. Okay, definitely differently sided. So we need a little more support. These Humvees don't nearly last as long when it comes to anti-vehicle armament like the
Unit
rocket
lost.
infantry have. So another good example. Mixing and matching is very important when it comes to the Air Force General. You're either going to overpower them with a lot of the same units like these guys that we've got here, or just make sure you complement with a Comanche or two. But either way, that's a very good demonstration. Thank you, Spectral.
Yep.
So I've built a mini base here just to demonstrate the next bit. Spectral's going to be attacking it with 4 Helix helicopters with nothing in them. No infantry or anything, just straight up. We're going to try to emphasize again how the King Raptors can actually work out really well against aircraft combat. So I've got 4 King Raptors sent en route. No problem. Got all 4. These King Raptors were all rank 0, or had no veterancy about them. These both have 2 on them, but even the
Unit
level
lost.
0s that did rank up were able to take out the Helixes. So when it comes from aircraft to aircraft combat, these guys really, really, really hold the candle. It's been nicely done. Thank you, Spectral. Second demonstration with this one, we've got the same simple power base, barracks, power plants, supply drops, and now, this time it's different. Spectral's going to be coming in with some Helixes full of rocket infantry.
Unit lost.
And whenever you're ready, Spectral, feel free and assault the base.
Our laser should keep them off. Layering them up.
Oops.
Raptor here. Got it.
Helixes with rocket infantry absolutely annihilate structures,
Unit lost.
especially when you have no air defense. Hopefully in this case the King Raptors will be able to pull the work.
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
Now, even though
And
the
lost all
rocket
4.
Even though the rocket infantry inside the Helixes did counteract against the King Raptors, the American laser countermeasures took care of it. So that's just another example real quick. We're going to check the base.
Raptor here.
Everyone is healthy and back. So really knowing the rock, paper, scissors of the Air Force General is really what's going to help you succeed.
Unit lost.
Damn those troop crawlers. And now that we've seen some of the mashups between the Air Force General and the Chinese Infantry General, at least specifically the defensive structures themselves, we're going to go ahead and play a skirmish. And I hit the wrong stupid button. There we go. Okay, here we go. I've already got one set up here. We're going to be the United States Air Force versus the Chinese Infantry General, just as we've been going throughout this whole video. And we're just going to get this thing started.
Clocked in.
Since we know we're up against the Infantry General, let's just do a quick search. There we go. Legitimately, we know we're up against the Infantry General. I know there's a bunch of civilian structures around here. That's usually common in most of these generals maps. We're going to go ahead and get those structured up as quickly as we can. We'll take the carpet bomb upgrade. Thank you very much. These garrisonable structures are going to give us a really nice edge against the infantry. At least slow them down until we get our Pathfinder upgrade, which is going to be critical against them. Aside from that, we're going to get that going on. We're also going to supplement the garrison buildings with fire bases.
On the job. Special forces here.
That's certainly going to give us a bit of an edge.
Have a job for me.
And let's get this going on.
Got my missile launcher right here. Busy. Going up. Let's pop some Always tanks. Prepared.
Good. Now we've got a little bit of a defensive niche. Now, under normal circumstances, I would charge the crap out of that, but that's going to be a suicide mission in a heartbeat.
All finished. Have a job for
Let's
me.
get another supply center up as quickly as we can.
That one's done. Want to make some improvements?
And in the same token, we're going to
Upgrade
get...
complete.
Need a delivery, General?
Let's see. I think we're going to be okay for right now. Let's leave that side where that is.
Getting to work.
We're going to get up our second supply depot.
Make my own road. Keep 'em busy.
Now that we've got a few seconds, it's important to get a good feel for the map. I do know this one a bit by heart, but we've got an oil derrick here and here, which we're not going to bother with, but those are very important to note as we start moving forward with the game. Now, we don't want to emphasize an Air Force at this time. I know that sounds a little silly, but their machine gun infantry are just going to tear our Air Force right out of the sky. So what we're going to want to do is we're going on... I can talk, excuse me. We're going to want to emphasize a war factory pretty early on. That's going to get us some Humvees, and we'll be able to fill those full of infantry, and that'll give us a bit of an edge. So the very second we have enough for a war factory, we're going to get that deployed. Now, I see these red dots here, keeping an eye open. They are going to try to sneak attack us, so we're going to have to move a little quickly on this.
Bring on the scaffolding. New construction.
Normally at this juncture, if we were fighting any other opponent, I would definitely say stealth Comanches are the way to go. But those are expensive. Those are about $1,000 a pop, even as the Air Force, maybe 1,200 as the Air Force General, and we don't have that kind of cash. We could also emphasize these sentry drones, but we would need the sentry drone upgrade, which we can't afford at the moment.
Make my own road. I'll build anywhere. Bucket up. Humvee here.
And of course, Infantry General, we're going to use the battle drone,
Let's go for it.
and we're going to wait for one more Humvee before we get going. Now, this might seem like we're doing a lot on the defensive, and you're totally right, we are. There's not a whole lot we can do at this point. The Infantry General's got a good advantage on us, so we're just going to have to play this all a little bit safe, a little touch and go.
Sounds good. Come on in. Rip it up. Humvee here. Let's go. Come on. Got room for five.
Okay, we're going to have to keep track of superior
Humvee
numbers.
here. How about a lift? Got room for five. How about a lift? You want some of this? Humvee here.
No problem.
Break it
Every
loose.
second that they don't have it
Good area.
is money
Job for me.
theoretically in our pocket.
Getting to work.
Not really.
Going up. How about a lift?
Okay, as always, repair your units, whether it costs money or it doesn't. Repairing a unit is insanely cheaper than trying to rebuild the darn thing. Let's see, war factory, airplanes, okay.
Looks like a good run.
We have a good amount of rocket infantry around here, I'm not too worried.
Army's elite.
Unless that crap
Unit
happens.
Forces here.
Awesome, well that was interesting. We'll get another Patriot site up or two, and that should help out with that.
Any more projects? Keep 'em busy. Good area. Got room for five. Let's go.
Very
for it.
important to keep your
Oh,
surroundings
yeah.
very well in check. Keep an eye on enemy movement at all times if possible.
Bucket up. Humvee here. Let's go. That one's done. Want to make some improvements? Going up. Any
Low
more
power.
projects? Search.
Oh, really?
Always ready. Getting to
Oh,
work.
no one to blame but me for that one. I timed that kind of poorly.
Looks like a good run.
However, scan. My plane's not going to make it cross any of this, so let's
Unit
just
lost.
work on their defensives.
How about a lift? Any more projects? Got room for five. Humvee here. Want to make some improvements?
Brilliant.
How about a lift? Humvee here. Should be fun. Come on in. Humvee here. How about a lift?
Okay, we're going to go take care of those guys.
Got room for five. Have a job for me?
Okay. Let's go ahead and get the initiative. We're going to go ahead and go... Oopsie daisy, wrong button.
Make my own road. On the job.
We're going to go ahead and get a
Upgrade
super weapon up.
Let's go. Bucket up. Got room for five.
Granted, we are the Air Force General. We have not purchased a single airplane yet.
Humvee here.
Still real touch and go with our mobiles, keeping plenty of mobiles around, making sure that we don't kill ourselves on the defensives. But realizing they're attacking with plane, it's very important we get some Patriot sites up.
Got room for
Upgrade
five.
complete.
Let's go for it. Oh yeah. Always ready.
So looks like we're not doing too bad. The fire bases are doing a pretty darn good job keeping the infantry at bay.
Come on in. How about a lift?
The only thing that could really crush us at this point is if they brought in maybe 3 troop carriers on a side we weren't ready for. That's probably the one thing that would kick us in the face right now. Okay, another dozer going on.
Want to make some improvements?
So let's just watch this in action. Yeah, Firebase does an alright job. We still need to pay attention against rocket infantry though.
Unit lost.
Rip it up! Fire.
Unit lost. Oh, the guy in the Firebase, okay.
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
Come on in. Chew on these. Humvee here.
Okay, time to
Come on,
retreat.
Humvee here. New construction.
Excellent. Super weapon on the map.
Good area. Want to make some improvements?
That builds us a little bit of insurance later down the line. Let's see, we got one more rank until we get our beloved Pathfinders, so we just have to hang around for just a little more.
Oh, be
Let's
careful
go ahead
now.
and dust that up a little bit. Now granted, this is against an AI player. This is not against a human. I think against a human straight away, I think we might have gotten screwed over already. But this is the best I can do, aside from the demonstration earlier.
It should be fun.
I do have to find some more serious players eventually. That way I can keep my game sharp, but this works out quite well.
Got room for five.
Gonna go ahead and secure that. Now supplies and better defensives.
Good area.
Let's get that going on.
Come on in.
Pretty soon I am going to want to invest in my Air Force, but still I want to make sure we've got a good amount of stuff defending ourselves. Considering that's such an expensive investment.
Got room for five. Come on in. Humvee here. Humvee here.
Oh, I wonder what killed all those guys.
Oh yeah. It should be fun.
Upgrade complete.
Come on in. Come on in.
Unit lost.
Humvee here.
Okay, I didn't do anything special. You guys watch, I just put him in guard mode.
How about a lift?
Warning. Nuclear missile
Go
silo
for it. Humvee
detected.
here.
Pull him back a little bit here.
Break it loose.
Let him attack the structures.
Unit lost.
Or that's just going to happen. Awesome.
Yeah.
A few more of those
Congratulations,
guys.
General.
And
You
there
have
we
been
go.
promoted.
We have our Pathfinders. Awesome
This
sauce.
supply file is done. What's the story? Going up. Come on in. Humvee here. That one's done.
Unit lost.
Come on in. How about a lift? Oh, be careful now. Looks like a good run. Laying the foundation. On the job.
Okay. We have our A-10. We got our bombers.
Humvee here.
Let's slow them down a little bit, shall we?
Oh yeah.
I'll be your spotter. Sniper here.
Unit lost.
Want to make some improvements? Good area. Clocked in. Have a job for me. Made in the US of A.
And right now we're going to work on longevity.
Break it
Now that we believe we've got the decisive edge here.
They won't notice me. Hidden identity.
Okay.
On the path.
What's the story? On the job.
Get something a little more solid here.
Unit lost.
I did not pay attention to how much we got through on that.
Upgrade complete.
I'll be your spotter.
Okay.
They won't
And
notice
the
me.
Enemy
Pathfinder
Black
there.
Lotus
I see
detected.
everything. I'll be
Upgrade
your
complete.
spotter.
She's probably still right there.
Cleaned and loaded.
Poof!
I'll scout ahead.
Toasted.
I know my way around. They won't
Particle
notice
cannon
me.
ready.
Excellent.
Any more
Upgrade
projects?
complete. Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
Any more
Again,
projects?
fantastic. This is what I want. Let's do a little bit of this.
We have them.
Glad to hear. Let's see how much that gets damaged up.
Getting to
Unit
work.
lost.
Going up. Want to make some improvements? Loud and clear. Made in the US of A. Humvee here. Keep the change.
You'd think those things would have a lot more armor. They totally don't.
Looks like a good run. Always ready. Loud and clear. On the job. Any Come on in. Have a
Unit
job for
lost.
Me. Good area.
Okay, a little bit spread out. And let's see, did we get any serious damage? If it got any damage, it probably repaired itself. So we're going to have to get a good move on here if we're going to try to survive the nuke. If we get them underpowered, we can sneak right past.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Humvee here.
Got my missile launcher right
let's see. Power. 2 power plants.
here. Got my missile launcher right
2 power plants.
Upgrade complete.
I want them to build that propaganda center that'll slow them down. So I can get 2 power plants with my particle cannon.
here. Let's pop some tanks. Got my missile launcher right here. Yeah, moving.
Unit
Let's pop
lost.
some
Got room
tanks.
for 5. Let's build.
Hey, buddy, you want to get to work?
Yeah. Keep them busy. Here. Looks like a good
Okay.
run.
This might be a little risky. I don't know. We're gonna find out though.
That one's done.
Want to make sure that if you're ever threatened by a nuke strike or any super weapon, you spread out your assets. That's very, very important. That way, if they take out maybe a power base or something, you've got some stuff scattered around, you've got some resources to work with. You're not just clumping up all your stuff. Putting a bunch of power plants right next to each other might look good aesthetically, but it doesn't do a whole lot, especially if you get
Unit
nuked.
Oh yeah.
So here's what we're
Let's
gonna do.
go
We're gonna
for
move
it.
right here. 2 power plants. That's the criteria here.
Upgrade complete. Particle cannon
problem.
activated.
How about a lift?
Hopefully that'll get them offline. We'll be able to sneak right past and screw up their nuke. Even better yet.
Oh yeah. Got room for 5. Do it. Let's go.
Unit lost.
Where do you need? Come on in.
Orders, General.
Nope, not quite. So let's see if we can knock out a few more with our A-10s, and then we can hopefully just sneak right in.
How about a lift?
Let's get that one as well, shall we?
Unit lost.
Come on in. Got room
Got a
for
good
5.
amount of hurt coming their way. Not too worried. Getting a little anxious, sure, but not too worried.
Construction.
Once they determine what they're going to do with their nuke, then we're going to go ahead and bounce back with an Air Force. Finally, right?
Unit lost.
Construction.
Not too worried about that. Did our bombers and or A-10s even make it?
Clear the area. How about a lift?
The answer is no. Ouch.
Oh yeah. Let's go for it.
Okay, last ditch effort. Let's see what we can do.
You want some of this?
Upgrade complete. Unit lost.
Over here. Come on in. How about a lift? It should be fun. Got room for 5.
Nope, still not underpowered. Ouch. That was a risk. We took
Come
it.
on in.
Not too proud about it, but...
Got room for 5.
And I'm
Unit
probably very
lost.
totally going to be nuked.
Laying the foundation.
A little slow on my game today, but
Area.
the point is we survived this far, which is pretty important, I think.
How about a lift?
Do I even have, nope, I don't have a sniper anymore. Get the heck
Oh, be
back.
careful now.
Warning. Nuclear missile
Yep,
launched.
I was waiting on that.
Supplies over here. Our base is being attacked.
Okay, lesson learned. There we go. They only took out 2 power plants. My power's still
Unit
online.
lost.
I'm not disabled. And they can't bum rush me right now. So that's good.
Made in the US of A.
Aside from that, we're still going to get up our airport, and we're going to start doing strategic bombing.
How about a
I
lift?
think it's about time.
Any more projects? Looks like a good run.
Upgrade complete.
Couple of this. Get a few more dollars in our pocket.
Enemy
Over
Black
here.
Lotus detected.
Was detected. And then shot in the face.
How about a lift? Break it loose.
Wouldn't mind at least one Pathfinder in that group.
I see everything.
Got room for 5. Oh, be careful now. Come on in.
Let's just watch this the way it is, actually.
Over here.
Unit lost.
That stealth ability really, really helps.
Got room for 5.
Yeah, easily going to be a 5-star general in no time. If not already, nope, damn near.
Any more projects?
I don't care to win on super weapons alone, so we're going to get this mixed up.
Congratulations, General.
And
You
there
have
we
been
go. There's our
promoted.
5-star. Thank you. And thank you. And thank you.
Unit lost.
Come on in.
And this is another exact reason why you keep plenty of mobile force. Getting sneak attacked like that's not nice, but we've got enough stuff.
Ready for covert mission.
Particle cannon ready.
Wonderful.
Humvee here.
We're gonna wait for 2, and then we're totally just gonna particle cannon the crap out of their nuke. You could probably call the game right here, unless they bring a lot of Air Force or artillery. Actually is how I would break this. The Inferno Cannon, you get 3 or 4 of them, you can totally crack this wide open. So there's a lot of advantages that the Infantry General has against us right now. But, again, it's a computer, and they don't know. So we're just going to start working them over with our stealth fighters. Stealth fighters, I think, are pretty good against buildings, and we're going to kind of prove that right now.
Stealth fighter, ready for flyby.
Huh. At least we're going to need the bunker busters. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, the infantry really restricts the airspace that I'm allowed to operate in, which really makes this a difficult matchup. So we're going to have to work this kind of in waves here.
Unit lost.
Humvee here.
Aerial defense countermeasures
Break it
installed.
loose.
And let's see what this all does.
Unit lost.
Yeah, see? Made very short work of all that stuff I sent, which is just another tough lesson.
Smooth and sleek.
Get our bunker busters.
Come on in. Whoa! Oh yeah. Humvee here. Let's go for it. They won't get a lot.
Unit lost.
Let's just get our bunker busters first.
Laser guided missiles are
Particle
installed.
cannon ready.
Wonderful. Let's even up the playing field, shall we?
Particle cannon activated. Unit lost.
No problem. You could almost say right here, we've got the match beat.
Come on in.
The only thing that would really screw us over is if we're not paying attention against all of our fronts, and I'm definitely keeping a spare eye on the mini radar, or the mini map. The mini radar. Mini map.
Slippery target.
Come on, bunker busters.
They won't get a lot.
Thank you.
That's a lot. Got room for 5.
Enemy Black Lotus detected.
Slippery target.
Even though they're stealth, they could have gotten, or thank God that they're stealth is what I meant. They could have gotten shot up throughout that whole thing. Didn't take any damage, no more than necessary.
That one's done. New construction. Ready for build anything.
Unit lost.
Just going to keep building.
Bring on the
No
scaffolding
point to stop
out for
building.
me.
The absolute worst thing you could do, and I've mentioned this in several videos, the very worst thing you could do is sit on a bunch of resources. Resources don't win the war. Just sitting on them isn't going to do you any good.
Just pass it through.
Particle cannon ready.
Great way to clear out civilian occupied, or occupied civilian structures, I mean.
Restrictions. Paying a surprise.
Just keep this going all day. Let's clear out the side that I want to attack on. Let's see how much we got here still. Still like to cripple power
Particle
them.
cannon activated.
Let's do that.
Ready for covert mission. In and out.
Unit lost.
That one's done.
The Air Force General is certainly one of my favorite to simply work down an enemy. You could keep this up absolutely all day. My planes are free after I build them, as long as I don't lose them. But as long as you're really careful about how you're using your Air Force, it will definitely pay off over time. Did I lose one? Nope, still haven't lost one. Getting some nice promotions here. Cleaning out all these structures.
How about a lift? Smooth and sleek.
Now what we should have done is we should have had a Comanche around here just for that occasion.
Break it loose.
But I know we've got enough Pathfinder. Yeah, look at that. The Pathfinders just took care of it anyway.
Upgrade complete.
That definitely was worth it. Yeah, let's get our stealth. No, just stealth is fine for right now. You get a couple of these guys garrisoned around, the enemy doesn't stand a chance.
Slippery target. They won't get a lock.
Okay, we're
Ready
gonna
for
go wipe
covert
that
mission.
out,
Smooth and
wipe
sleek.
that out, and now we can just nickel and dime them for as much as we wish.
Ready for covert mission.
Look at that. Nothing. That's awesome. King Raptors are by far one of my favorite planes, but these guys will certainly do the job
Unit
and stay
lost.
alive. Gonna go ahead and bomb the crap out of that. Get these guys back in the sky. We'll take care of those Gatling towers, and the rest of the base is probably ours.
Running cool.
We're gonna get our Humvees back here too.
Unit lost.
Look at that. No problem.
Come on in.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Let's go.
These Humvees are going to be able to take care of damn near everything with the 1 Pathfinder and 3 rocket infantry inside of them.
Unit lost.
Humvee here.
No problem. Move up. Get the planes back in the
Particle
sky.
cannon ready.
We're not even going to need that particle cannon.
Break it loose.
Just to be fair, we're probably not even going to
Enemy
use it.
Black Lotus detected.
Humvee here. Oh yeah. Oh, be careful now.
Take care of their power assets.
Unit
At least
lost.
soften them up. That way we can come in here and really start kicking the place.
Humvee here. Ha, it should be fun. How about a lift? Got room for 5. Let's
All we're
go
going to do is we're
forward.
going to keep these guys in guard mode. And they're probably just going to take care of themselves.
Unit lost.
Got room for 5.
Rebuild our drones.
Come on in.
Scoot on over here a little bit. Clean that guy up.
Humvee here.
Almost.
How about a lift?
Still haven't lost a Humvee. Holy
Break it
crap.
loose. You want some of this?
Ready for over sneaking in.
Come on in.
Scoot over here. Take care of more of this power.
Smooth and sleek. Running
Get our
cool
stealths
and
in the air.
undetectable.
Keep wiping out
Stealth fighter
defenses.
ready for
We're just
flyby.
going to nickel and dime these guys to death. No problem.
Humvee here.
Unit lost.
Chew on me.
Take care of their money base.
They won't get a lock.
And of course, wildly scroll over here. More stealth fighters. Now that we've got some money that we're sitting on, rule number 1, spend that stuff. So we're just going to start picking up some research.
Particle cannon ready.
That way we're starting to put the money to good use, so even if we're beaten back, we can still sit high on our laurels with some good technology.
Humvee here.
These
Unit
can
lost.
redeploy over here.
Stealth fighter
I know
ready
we've
for
got some
flyby.
more stuff over yonder.
Ready for covert mission.
Can't believe I just said that, but I did.
Undetectable. No restrictions.
Let's take out this
Unit
power plant.
lost.
Was that all 4 of you?
Ready for covert mission.
I guess so.
Room for 5.
Upgrade complete.
Come on in. Chew on me.
Unit lost.
Let's go. Whoa. Oh yeah. You want some of this?
Undetectable. Sneaking
Get
in.
him in the air. I don't know if you noticed, but
Upgrade
what I like to do is I like to get all my planes in the air at the same time, so they hopefully reach their target at the same time.
Check out our new tow missile.
And we're of course just gonna wipe out all that
Unit
crap.
lost.
Way easier for our Humvees to do the cleanup work. And I'm wiping this guy completely out with a couple of planes and some Humvees.
Got room
As long as you
for
got your tech right and you build your offense at the right time, no problem.
5. Humvee here.
Of course, again, every person has different tactics. If I were to be playing against a slower human, I could have done the exact same thing.
Rip it
And
up.
of course, now that we've messed around enough, let's get that command center out of the way.
Unit lost.
And let's use the rest of our abilities to the full advantage, shall we? I think it's about time. The dance of a
Particle
thousand
cannon
lasers. I know I said I wasn't going to use them, but they are pretty.
Room for 5.
Yes, sir.
The new chem suits have just arrived. Come on in.
And the last but not least. Oh no, don't sell out, don't sell out. Get him, get him,
Here.
Ready for covert
get him.
Sneaking in.
Ah,
Slippery target. Running cool and quiet.
not too bad.
You are victorious.
A little long, but we played a little more on the defensive side, which I think was worthwhile. Again, a bunch of infantry rushing at us, we would have not stood a single chance. We were a little slow on the supply, which is fine. We killed more than our fair share of units. Those Pathfinders really pulled their weight. And we lost a minimal amount of buildings. I think we lost 2 fire bases and 2 Patriot missile sites. Not too bad. No complaints there. So this is one way you could play as the Air Force General against the Infantry General. Will it work all the time? Probably not. But this is one method that I usually use when up against another AI. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions, comments, anything like that, feel free to put them in the comments. Otherwise, I will catch you later. See ya.